Quick little disclaimer, any copywritten music is not played by nor owned by me. It was a DJ at the event, so this is a third party at a public event. Hey everybody, Andrew and family here. I'm here with my wife Katie and my daughter Shaylee, who wanted to be in the video.
Hello.
She wanted to say hi to everybody.
Hola.
We are here at the third annual Glencoe Car and Bike Show in Glencoe, Minnesota. Already we got a pretty good turnout here, so we're gonna walk around and check things out, see what we can see, and I don't know, hopefully we'll get some good footage. Had a little bit of rain this morning. Weather's kind of clearing up. Still pretty windy as you can tell, but I don't know, so far it hasn't dampened the spirits here, so we're gonna walk around and check things out, so stay tuned. So right off the bat here, I've seen this one before. This is a Dodge Viper. It's the SRT, and this guy's been at a few car shows that I've attended. It's got the 8.4 liter V10. Really nice guy. He said it's about 650 horse, give or take. And then right over here, we have my family's 76 Eldorado. This is a 1976 Cadillac Eldorado. It was originally like a lime or a pea green, as they called it, but it was my grandparents' car. He had it repainted shortly after he bought it to this current jet black. Other than that, it is all original. Only about 78,000 miles. Original miles. And then this one over here, I know it is a Ford. I'm not 100% sure what year it is, but it's actually a really sharp looking car. This one here is a Ford Fairmont. It's actually my brother's car. Maybe not exactly show quality, but he's working on it. It's a build. And here we got a Monte Carlo. I would say maybe mid-2000s. The second to last generation of Monte Carlo that Chevy made. This one, if I'm correct, I believe is the 3.8 liter V6. Even the SS trim in this particular generation was just a V6 model. Then we're going down the next line here. We got a nice Chevy Malibu. Got a Caprice Coupe here, followed by a couple of Camaros. These Camaros were actually really nice. They were both the V8s. Obviously, you got the ZL1 here, and then correction, they were both the ZL1. So I heard them come in. They actually both had really nice sounding exhaust notes. Another SS. This one's probably late 90s, early 2000s. I think they call this the catfish face one here. Then we have a Jeepster Commando. My wife really enjoyed this one. Not sure if she was giggling at the name of the Jeep or just the fact that she loves Jeeps. But this one was actually restored, and we've got some footage of that coming up here in just a moment. So here we go around the back of it, show you in the inside. It's very well done, very well restored. Again, I'm not 100% sure what year it is, but I do believe it is listed on this restoration board that he actually had in the back of this Jeep. So four-wheel drive, as you can see. So here's all the pictures of the restoration. Some advertisements that he had, where he bought the parts. You can see Napa, O'Reilly's. Just kind of a storyboard of the restoration. And over here we got a nice blue Chevy Coupe. This one was very well done. Did have a slight crack in the window, and this one was actually at the Arlington Cancer Cruise, or the Sibley County Cancer Cruise that I attended here fairly recently. 46 Chevy Custom, there it is. And here we got a nice Buick. And then here we're actually going to cut back to the audio of the recorded video because my daughter went absolutely crazy. She loves these Lamborghinis.
Lamborghini!
It's a Lamborghini!
Is that your dream car, Stanley?
So this was the Lamborghini Gallardo, the Superleggera. This one, I don't recall what year this one was. The guy, I was told once, but I can't remember. So this one is the 5-liter V10. It has the gated 6-speed. I actually spoke with the father of the owner of this car. And he said he purchased this car just before Audi bought all the controlling interest of Lamborghini. So the engine is actually a Lamborghini-sourced V10. 5-liter V10 producing roughly 650 to 700 horsepower. And of course it is the all-wheel drive. This one here was a Lexus F Sport. My daughter got a kick out of the license plate. I believe this was an ES 400. And then of course we had a police cruiser. Over here, this was a Corvette C6 Z06. This was a really sharp looking car. He also of course had the 6-speed in the Z06. And this one here, we had a nice looking Camaro. This one was the RS. I don't know which engine he had in this one, although it was a very clean car. Then over here we've got a late 50s Impala. Not too bad looking. From what the tag says here, it is a 1959 Chevy Impala hardtop and with 18,800 actual miles. And looks like he's been in a few car shows already. This one here, I don't recall exactly what it was. It was a little Volkswagen pickup truck. I'm not too familiar with these, but it was very clean. Here's a story on this one. This is a Toyota AE86. This is the same platform as the Subaru BRZ and the Scion FRS. I believe it is a 2.2 liter. I'm not 100% sure. It's a 2-liter boxer 4-cylinder shared by the other platforms, the AE86, the FRS, and the BRZ. 4-cylinder boxer rear-wheel drive. They have either the option of the manual or the automatic. This one had the manual. This was a 6-speed. This one was also pro-charged. It had an HKS Pro Charger on it. Nice looking car. When I first saw it, I wasn't a fan of the color, pink and white, but we're going around the outside of the car here. Yep, gotta get a shot of the interior. It's got the 6-speed, very nice setup with the removable steering wheel. And then this one here, if you look, Save the Tatas. This was actually a breast cancer awareness car. The guy built it in honor of both his mother and sisters, who all currently have breast cancer. So this was a breast cancer tribute car. Didn't get a chance to talk to the owner to see if it's actually a track car with this enormous wing on it, but overall, I can respect a tribute car. And then moving over here, speaking of Subarus, we got a nice little WRX here. Again, didn't get a chance to talk with the owner, but it is a clean car. And when I saw this Honda pull in, I kind of questioned what he was doing here. But hey, it was clean. Can't argue. Another Viper, same generation as the black one earlier. This one silver, black top, chrome wheels. Looks like it's all factory. Still a sharp looking car. Viper is one of my dream cars, so never pass up a chance to look at a clean Viper. And right here we've got a Ford Torino, Starsky and Hutch motif. I've seen this one quite a few times. And right next to it, we've got a Torino Cobra. This one was a very sharp looking blue, very nice and clean. Looked like it was all original. Don't recall what the year was on this Cobra, but it was. And I mean, just a nice looking car. You don't get a chance to see too many Torino Cobras around. And then over here we got a nice looking little BMW Z3 Roadster. This one actually pulled in shortly after I saw that Torino Cobra. Nice looking little car. And then right next to it, this one I've seen at shows before. It's an old Plymouth, but he's got a Chevy big block engine in it. Speaking of big blocks, look at this monster and this C10 over here. It's got a massive intake on that one. I had to get a little shot of this F-250 because he had some blue line flags in the back. A couple more nice Camaros over here. Hard top and a drop top. A couple of drop tops. This one was the ZLE. This one had the LSA V8 with the supercharger on it. And then back here we've got a C7 Corvette Stingray. You can tell the Stingray by the little badge on the side there. This was a nice looking car. And then over here we got an MG Midget. Seen a few of these around. They're kind of interesting little cars. This one was a Dodge Challenger. He had the Lambo doors on it, as you can see. I did ask him, I said, doesn't that add a hell of a lot of weight to the car? And he goes, yeah, it does. But he just liked it for the style. I guess he's into Lambo doors. This was a nice looking Charger. He had RGB halos on it. And over here we got a old Chevy pickup. Looks like he's in mid-restoration. Another Camaro. This one also had the LSA with a supercharged V8 and a 6-speed manual. I had to get a shot of that. I'm a sucker for manual transmissions. And when I talked to the guy, he said he just put in a different transmission and it is ready for racing. This Corvette is actually the wife of the Camaro there. So his wife has the Corvette and he's got the Camaro. She's got the automatic, he's got the 6-speed. Another Camaro. This one had the LSX. The badging is correct. He has the LSX V8 in that thing. And as I'll show you in a little bit here, he actually has RGB lights on it as well. This one sounded just intense. It's got HRE wheels on it. Very sharp looking car. He even has a little model replica of it. Over here we got a couple of Trans Ams. Didn't catch the years on this one. I did look. It did not say the year on the original sticker there. But they both have the big block. This one has the 455 high output. I want to say this one was an early 70s, just from the design of the front end, as you can see. And then this one over here, I'm pretty sure was either a 75, 6, or maybe even a 7. Not 100% sure, but again, it had the 6.6 liter V8. Very sharp looking car. This little truck was very interesting. He had a tornado siren on the front there. Looks like he's still working on it, although it is very interesting. I do love the paint job. Another C10 over here. Very clean. This was another C5 Corvette. You know, and actually that might have even been a C4 Corvette. Another Trans Am. This one I've seen at a few shows. Still a sharp looking car, nice and clean. This one just kind of randomly pulled in. Didn't really get a good look at the vehicle, although it did have a nice sounding exhaust note. And we got a Ford pickup over here. Not a huge fan of the color, but it's clean build or restoration. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I didn't talk to the owner on that one. This one, nice looking 5-liter Mustang. My only complaint is it's got the automatic. However, black on black does really make it look sharp. And they also have the white racing stripes on it. This was a sharp looking Chevy. And we got another Chevelle. Very nice. And a Camaro RS here. Nice looking orange paint job with the white racing stripes. Another one of my favorite cars, another Trans Am. This one I believe was a mid-2000s, if I'm correct. This one was the WS6 package with the Ram Air. Very sharp. Another 5-liter Mustang. Black wheels, white paint job. Looks good. I'm not sure what it is about the Mustangs, but I like those lights in the grille. They kind of remind me of a car I had when I was a kid. You know? This one is a Barracuda. Plymouth Cuda. Another Chevy here. Didn't get a great look at this one. I believe this was an Impala. And this guy was working on his Stingray. Not sure what he was doing, but still, hey, it's a car show, you know. People like to work on their cars and show them off at the same time. This one here was a very, very interesting build. It was an old international pickup truck that it's actually on the frame of a bus. And it's got full air ride. It's a Detroit diesel V8, non-turbo. And full air rides, and actually when he pulled in, he backs into the spot and he just sets the whole thing right on the damn ground. Very interesting build. And here we got a Pontiac G6, retractable roof. These are always kind of interesting vehicles to me. And here we got a Chevy Nova 350 SS, very nice. This one here, this Corvette, is a 2000 Chevy Corvette. It's just the Corvette. It had some work done to it. As you can see, the headlights right here, they are not factory. I did talk with the owner, a guy named Zach. It's actually a really sharp car. He's got the T56 6-speed in it, nice looking, you know, factory wheels on it. But he said these particular headlights, it's an LED conversion. A guy out of Las Vegas does these conversions for Corvettes. Now, the lights still go up and down, but only a couple inches, as you see here. When the low beams are on, it's just the two outside lights on either side. And then when the high beams are on, it's the lights that are more in the middle. And they said they are just awesome headlights. They're insanely bright, but just he said it was fun to install him, and it's just he gets a lot of looks with it. So really nice car. Had to compliment him on it. He showed them off a little bit. They're just crazy. I mean, me personally, you guys know I love LED lights. So, and then here we got a nice looking Chevelle SS. I didn't catch what year this one was. I want to say it's a late 60s possibly. Then we got this one is an old Chevy pickup. Very nice. And we got a Pontiac GTO right here. Sharp car. Over here we got another 70s Vet. This little T-Bucket here was a very interesting build. I don't know what he started with, but he's got the nice V8 in there. It's an automatic, but I heard him take off toward the end of the show, and it just sounds mean. And we got another Chevy. I don't recall what this one was. Beautiful car though. Bought right next to one of my favorites of the whole show, the 57 Bel Air. This one here was not all original. This one is actually a resto mod. The engine was a 283, I believe he said it was, a 283 V8, but inside he had all modern interior. He had heated seats, cooled seats, air conditioning, the whole thing. I mean, just a beautiful car. And we got another Chevelle here. I've had a few Chevelles. Then we move on down to the bikes. This was a Can-Am, pretty basic. You see quite a few of these running around here. Had some nice Harleys. And a couple Sportsters, not too bad. Now this one here, this blue one, as you can see, that is a massive radiator on it. And if you go back to the side, you'll see 4 pipe headers on either side. This was a genuine Boss Haas V8 motorcycle. And even just starting it up, you could just feel the horsepower and the torque under this. I mean, you see it just twitching like it wants to move. I mean, it was a gorgeous paint job, genuine Boss Haas bike. I never thought I would see one of these in person, but here it is. And we keep moving on down the line. A few more Harleys. Nice looking paint jobs on these bikes. And here we got a yellow Hellcat. The license plate on this one says Kitty Ride. So I don't know. Maybe the owner who drives it is named Kitty. I don't know. There you go. Another Roadrunner. Or a Roadrunner. I believe this was the only Roadrunner at the show. I didn't catch the year on this one, although I have seen this one at shows before. Not bad. Paint job on this Mustang was clean. The problem was you can tell it's the V6 Mustang. So another Hemi-Cuda over here. A few more old Mopars. So we got a nice blue Hemi-Cuda, and then we got a plum crazy purple Challenger over here. And over here, another late model Challenger. Not a bad looking car. The color on this one was very interesting. I'm not sure what they call the color on this one. I don't know if it's like a burnt orange or something like that. Then of course they gotta troll everybody by keeping those stupid yellow guards on the lower splitter there. This car here, you guys said, is a 1957 Buick, and it's custom paint job. Just an absolutely beautiful car. I don't know what the color was called, but it just stood out. I mean, it's just an absolutely beautiful Buick. Hey everybody, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. The rain is starting to come in, and the show's pretty much over anyway. So we got to see some cool cars, and Shaylee got to see her Lamborghini. She was pretty happy about that. You excited to see your Lamborghini? Yeah.
Did you enjoy the show?
Of course.
You liked it? All right. Well, that's good. So
I saw quite a few cars that I liked myself as well.
saw some classic cars, saw some muscle cars, saw some
Really nice Mustangs.
saw some resto mods, saw some modded cars, saw some nice restored cars, and a lot of all original cars. So saw a lot of really nice rides out there today. So that about wraps it up. Thanks you guys for sticking around. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys at the next one.
See you next time.